All right, here we are. Welcome, Wizardians, and welcome, Nomads, and everyone in between. It's great to be able to connect with everyone today and bring two amazing projects together. We have Wizardia and Nomad Exile. So, happy belated Halloween from us to everybody out there who's watching this today. And make sure to follow our socials: Twitter, Discord, YouTube. It's all in the description below. So that way you can keep up to date with everything. Today, we're going to be discussing the importance of immersive gameplay, something we have touched on before a couple of times at Wizardia, and something we believe is a key element to success in building a successful project with incredible communities just like yourselves. During this entire event, we may have a few tech issues. Um, our colleague Alex is over in Southeast Asia. He may bump in and out of Wi-Fi, so we'll do our best to keep him involved and keep chatting. We do have an epic promotion that's running for 24 hours only. It's something that we worked very hard on, so everyone behind the scenes, thank you very much for putting it together. But to sum it all up, straight up, we have a wicked 30% discount on our exclusive NFT wizard, Elsevier. He's a real bad looking dude, so make sure to check him out. Nomad Exiles have put up a buy one, get two for free. So you're ready to battle in exclusive tournaments and take part in their alpha version. And when you buy from both projects, you're actually going to receive $10 in Wizard back from Wizardia and another uncommon NFT hero valued at $10 from Nomad Exile. Everyone doing this will enter the raffle to win one of 7 rare wizards and one of three Nomad Exiles mystery boxes valued at $200 each. So check it out. There are some wicked promotions that are really there to celebrate Halloween, and basically giving you guys everything except the keys to our front door. So without further ado, Alex, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about Nomad Exiles?
Thank you guys for chatting while I'm connecting. Yeah, so my connection is quite low, but I'll do my best. Thank you very much, of course, for having me here today. Great job during the marketing of Wizardia. I very appreciate that. So my name is Alexander Sumenkov. Project. It's quite similar. It's an RPG game, and our token launched in Gate.io and now. So we are in an alpha version, but we are going to our big update, bring to our users the narrative part. So want to play a game, not just tournament stuff, they could play the narrative. So that's why it's like that. Basically, it
Fantastic. I did actually see on the roadmap that you have the narrative and the dialogue system coming, which is super exciting for me personally, because I love to be able to follow on with a story. And looking at your guys' gameplay trailers and some of your images, and again comparing them to some of ours, I see lots of similarities and minds. Maybe you could introduce yourself, Wizardia, for anyone who's unaware, and maybe some similarities or key differences.
Yeah. Hey everyone. So it's nice to see you everyone again. And I'm Mind. I'm the CEO of Wizardia and the biggest fan of Wizardia as well. So yeah. So to anyone who hasn't encountered Wizardia, I encourage you to take a look at our website and to try out our practice mode as well, which is completely free of charge. And you can just go in and try out some randomized wizard teams and see for yourself. But in general, what we have is a turn-based 3 versus 3 arena combat, which is already live. And we have a base building mode coming up and some AR integration later on the roadmap. So everything is really close to what we see in the Nomad Exiles game as well. The gameplay that I saw is something actually what we were thinking initially to make of Wizardia, kind of a grid-based battle board where you can take turns and you have different characters. But we went on a different path with a more individualized wizard team, which is more of a like 3 characters playing, not like just 3 units, let's say, because we had a unit building system as well in mind. So it was a different path. So I'm glad to see somebody took it. It seemed a very challenging way to really do it in a short amount of time. And of course, it's always about trying to make everything what you can from the situation that you have. And when you start testing out one version or another, you try to see what makes the game fun to play. So every game designer, every producer probably searches and never finds the correct answer, and only the players themselves can say whether the game is good, whether they enjoy it. And I think there are a lot of similarities between both projects, as you mentioned. So both games are turn-based. They have turn-based combat. We have different character positioning. In Nomad Exiles, the positioning is more literal, so you actually place the characters in different places. They have movements. What our placement is more basic, but it's not less important, because it's very important which of the 3 wizards is going first, because this is kind of a fast-paced battle when you take a look at how fast the units die. So if you put the weakest character in the 3rd slot, then the character will probably not survive until its turn. So that's why it's very important to really see which one you put first and which one is later. And of course, the usage of spells, I have no doubt in an Exile Nomad is such an important thing as it is in Wizardia, because if you miss click or you just misjudge which spell to use first, you might get wrecked very fast.
Exactly right. I mean, the
The-
strategy is absolutely crucial on placement and spells. And we did just get a wee glimpse of Wizardia's gameplay, what it's like, and you can see the wizards in there and how they attack. Comparing that over to Nomad Exile, which we can see now, which is a grid. They've got some, a bit of shaken or broken earth, which may mix things up as well. Alex, can you tell me a little bit more about the strategy and
yeah,
what we actually see behind this?
of course. A little history how we go. We as a private game studio, of course, we have a couple free-to-play projects, Exile Survivor, which is like semi-open world. And firstly, we would love to create Nomad Exile like RPG with free world, but during the development, these projects will cost much more, and also now some problems with security nowadays. Of course, this is now the blockchain solutions, so we decided to turn into called battle chess system with a basis or the world map. So as you saw the screen on the screen, this is our it's like a base. Yeah, so your team is on the left, and your enemies is on the right side. So now it's the AI characters against you. So if it will be, so there will be 3 versus 3 or different niches of the team. Yeah, the different. So it depends on the locations. So this is the curve, maybe some bridges, maybe some other stuff. So on the narrative part, and of course it depends on the gameplay, because bonus and you can hide behind the objects. Yeah, the 3 versus 3 when you step by step fighting from your ends. In the future, in the next updates, they will be that you communicate with them, and there will be some different paths of the battle. Yeah,
Fantastic.
basically.
And when you're saying that there's different paths with the battle, are you referring to as well the different styles of NFT you have being warrior, mage, and rogue compared to Wizardia, where we have mind, body, and soul NFTs?
So our NFT characters is like basic RPGs, combat for fights, archers, of course, for long shots, and the mage is usually the mage, so he team and yeah, mostly for defense part. Yeah, and of course in the future thoughts about implementing new characters and also new. Now during the narrative is the first race of the game, which came to the Mystery Islands through the portal in our trailer. So it's basically our history. So this nation came from the portal to the they explore and fight the enemies and place in the world. So this is and in the future there will be more races like all.
Okay, so it's like building out on Lord of the Rings type characters, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite movies and books when I was young, which is really cool to get involved in that. And we did get to see a couple of the NFTs that you guys have available already. And don't forget, guys, the promotion that Nomad Exile have been so good today to be able to put up is to buy one and get two free. So you've got your entire collection with 3 NFTs ready to go. And here at Wizardia, we do have our Mind, Body, and Soul Wizards. Today, we've got available for 24 hours only is Elsevier. I'm going to bring up a little bit of an Elsevier picture. Minds, what can you tell me about this this bad guy?
Very cool, very cool, very cool.
He is definitely a Freddy versus Jason type thing. And what do you see when you look at Elsevier Mind, comparing him to our other NFTs in Mind, Body, and Soul?
Well, it's he's a bit different because he looks like some sort of a demon-like creature. He's still obviously a humanoid, but you can see that he's been through stuff in his life, and probably he's gonna do some stuff to his enemies as well. So it seems aggressive, but I think it's always about the balance and about what other wizards will Elsevier take on as his teammates. So it's always about a combination of this mind, body, and soul, and about the balance on the team. So he seems like the guy who can bring balance and order into any type of team. So we'll see how he plays in the game.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to seeing his introduction. And one thing that I'd really like to point out to everyone listening today is something on both Nomad Exiles and Wizardia's roadmap is NFT renting. So it's a whole new form of being able to invite new gamers and to be able to test and try out different NFTs. So if you're looking to get involved with a new game or you're looking to move over and try something new, now's the perfect time to do it. We've got this incredible promotion so you can get your hands on lots of different NFTs from both our projects. So make sure we take a look at that, guys. It is really, really cool. But something I think is more important than just that one aspect is the importance of engaging gameplay. We've had a few videos before on why Web3 games have to be fun. And we know a lot of projects, but they've put a lot of focus on the crypto and a lot of less focus on the gameplay. So, Alex, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about what you guys do at Nomad Exile to keep the gameplay attracting and keep it engaging for new and current players.
You said in the beginning a lot of Web3 games just as the games. It was just projects for crypto and other stuff. People understand that the app you build in the game you're building is the first one. So the crypto and solutions just help help you to create the new experience for the gamers. For example, so in our game, you will have a dialogue system for the battles. For example, ways how to go through the battle. So you can fight him. For example, is the basic choice, of course, to the blockchain. So you can't rewrite it. It's like the real life. So previously in RPG games, AAA projects, for example, you created your character, you game, and if you don't like some of your decisions, you just delete the character from the beginning. For now, all of your decisions are so it's you need to focus, you need to do so it's like more closer to the real life. I think these people can get from the NFT mechanics. This is the we would love to implement some new things in the future, of course, and in general it is so people with their NFT create. So for example, they can create their own worlds, games such as Genshin Impact or something like that. So people don't like to fight with other players or way to play, and not that's why they are playing. A lot of be in their own perfect world, perfect the other metaverses, for example. And if they want, they can go. We create a narrative part for those people who just want to play game. Maybe in the future they would love to try our tournaments and game first.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do completely agree. It's all about having that connection with the character or the story or something that invites you to keep coming back, like a virtual cliffhanger almost. And just to address the chat there, yes, there is a bit of a lag. We do apologize with the tech issue there. We'll definitely
Sorry,
work on
guys.
some subtitles at the end of the video as well, courtesy of YouTube. But Minds, tell me, in your opinion, what is it that keeps games inviting, and why do people want to keep coming back? What's the importance of actually making this happen and attracting the right crowd?
I think the main thing is to keep up the dialogue with the community and really see what they want and try to put this into development, right? So it doesn't mean you have to do everything that the community tells you to. It's very dangerous because it's a
Definitely.
huge, it's so many opinions, and then you really need to filter them out and really stick to your vision. But all those little things that the community wants, you have to give them in one way or another, or explain why it's not the right thing to do. So the dialogue, I think, is the first part of all this thing, and I'm really happy to say that we're trying to have this. We're having all the streams with the community, showing them gameplay, discussing with them, playing against them also, and trying to figure out. And of course, it's very important to see that the game is usually updated. Like it's updated after every certain period of time, so you don't let the game stop and just become rock solid and not expand. So it should be a ever expanding game with a good story, because for me at least, story sometimes is something on the side, but when you really start liking the game is when the story connects you to the gameplay, and you really start to love your characters, not only because they have the most powerful spell, but because they have a cool backstory, you can relate to them, they remind you of your mom or your friend or whatever badass character that you're into, right?
Yep.
So I think all these things are like really a combination of what should make the game good. But we are also a crypto project, a play to earn game, so earning aspect is also important, but I think it's very much in parallel. It's not on top of everything. So I think making a game fun to play and fun to earn it's very important to have all these little factors that build this interesting game.
Of course,
Yeah,
because
I mean, at the end of the
a lot
day,
of it,
finding the perfect balance. And I think that's
definitely.
what everyone fights to do. And I think here at Wizardia, we have a lore thanks to Vitas, the lore master, so rich and so deep. All of our characters have a backstory, and it's so incredible to read and learn about. And it's actually one of the big things on Nomad Exile's roadmap as well is the main story, the narrative, and the entire dialogue system, which is going to be really cool to be able to immerse into, as well as actually earning a bit of money. And now that we've kind of got that out of the way, what we find is important to our projects in being successful in terms of gameplay, we come around to the dialogue and lore quite often. Maybe you guys, starting with you, Mind, can you see any possible collaborations or crossovers of NFTs into Nomad Exile?
Well,
Of course.
okay, Alex, you can go
Yeah,
ahead.
no,
Please.
go ahead first because Mike, I should be the second.
Okay. So I will get back to you in a second. So yeah, I think it's always possible to have some cross-project collaborations. Now we're starting, like with a partnership with some community sharing and trying to get both of our communities to try out each other's games, which is a good start. But later on, I can see that with most games which have magic and which have similar mechanics and similar style, it's possible to have some sort of collaboration in terms of interchanging NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not say no to anyone who has some ideas, and you can fit in the lore, and maybe you can build some sort of a portal where some heroes or some wizards actually travel to each other's universe, and they have some sort of a function there. It may not be the same function as the wizards have, but it may be a wizard can be as a unit in another game, and maybe a rogue can be some sort of a power-up type of thing where a rogue maybe comes and lends a hand and backstabs some sort of a wizard, right, and then disappears, and it can be used almost as a consumable or a tool. So all these things I think will be discussed in the future when we move through development even more, and then we can see what we can work out. Of course, these things take time and take a lot of development power, but I'm very much open to all these discussions, and I think we'll talk to the community when the time comes, and we'll see what they think about it as well.
Fantastic. And what about you, Alex? What's your take on things?
From my point of view, this is the same. So it's compares with my view of all going. So from my opinion, it's, in the future will be not the metaverse where all the people play the same avatar. It will be simultaneously different metaverses, which you and maybe if you're the same character, maybe your character transfer. It depends on the projects and on the mechanics, of course. But I think this, so yeah, the same way when the late stages of development, so they can create such things and the lore of the game, so some kind of portals with magic, the other world, or compete the other characters. For example, yeah, the only way and the best way to collaborate and communicate in this world.
Absolutely. I think it's something super exciting to be able to have the possibilities to cross over universes. And one of my favorite movie series of all times is The Avengers. For that reason, you get to see every superhero come over. It's exciting. It's fun. And I think it's something that many projects like us can actually do, especially in such a market. We've had a few green days of late. But otherwise, I think in a bear market, projects need to work together and build on things because it is still such a very new industry. And it's definitely going to be one of the elements to success.
Of course,
And
of course.
yeah. And the final thing that we actually get to discuss today, and I think this is huge in the entire play to earn community, and I think it's also a race. Everyone seems to be trying to make this happen in one way or another, and this is moving games to mobile app stores. Is this something you could see Nomad Exile doing? Is it in the roadmaps? What could we expect if it actually happens?
Definitely in our point, because mobile gamers are the most part, and for now we just have the desktop version, and the next version will be for in the beginning will be just desktop also. There to the mobile, it will be Android first, because it's to negotiate with the Google, but in the future, of course, App Store, depending on its regulations, we'll see how fast we can do it. But definitely, and most of the games, I think, because nowadays the mostly device people have, so, and usually daily life, so they can easily find for the game, of course, so in different places. Just
Exactly
pros.
right. It's all about having that access. Now, day and age, phones are, if not there anything, they're an extension of ourselves. So being able to tap into that market and obviously give people the opportunity to play more freely is crucial. And with mobile app, with games moving to mobile apps, Mind, how do you see this looking for Wizardia? What would a mobile Wizardia version look like?
Well, it's very easy to answer because we had in our vision to have a cross-platform game, so not only a PC client, not only a browser game, but also a mobile game as well. So this vision is still going on, and at first we decided to make like a PC downloadable version. Then we kind of changed our mind, and then we went with a mobile version. So it would get a chance. Everyone would get a chance to play it. Even now, you can actually play it on your mobile device. It's not so much optimized as it would be in an app separately, but we're working on transporting the mobile version into a mobile app, so you can actually try it out. And as Alex said, we are also starting with the Android store, and then we're moving into the Apple store. But the main thing is actually to have this access to this huge community, because for us is the most important thing to have as much gamers as possible, as much people who would be able to try out the game. And as sad as it is, but I think these mobile phones which take away our life, but everybody has them now. Every gamer, even though whether it would be a console gamer, it could be a PC gamer, but everybody has a phone, so you can play Wizardia on the move. And I think that's one of the most fun things with most projects who move to mobile. They actually get a bigger reach to the audience, and I think it's very important to have this growing community. But for me, the most exciting thing is always the PC client, where you can actually play on a huge screen and enjoy better graphics. But when you get tired of it, it doesn't really matter, because at the end is gameplay what matters, and the graphics are just the first step to start loving the game. And I'd like to say also to Ivan, who's in the chat, and he's saying hello, so hello to you too.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think when it comes down to gaming, having the screens up there, the bigger the screen does make it really, really inviting to keep playing and fighting. But then having the option to move over to a mobile is great for people in transit, people that are waiting around in airports. We know how much that can suck. So giving the mobility to the game is also an absolutely crucial aspect. And to really sum things up, we've run through some incredible topics today. We've been able to have a chat about the similarities in gameplay between Nomad Exile and us here at Wizardia. Bringing the photos up again, you can see the similarities are there, with just a few minor differences, which is quite cool to see. and actually see the development in future for both projects. One last thing to remind everybody, we do have this epic promotion running available for 24 hours only. It finishes at 7 a.m. UTC tomorrow, I believe. This is where you guys can head over to Wizardia.io. You're going to get 30% off our exclusive wizard Elzevir, which is this big bad boy you can see on screen. He looks like he's straight out of a Halloween horror story, which is awesome. And of course, heading over from the Nomad Exile side, buy one, get two free. So you're already set up with a straight up team of everybody you need to be able to do battle, which is super cool and a great promotion from their behalf. And for everyone who's super keen on crypto, super keen on NFTs and awesome games, buying from both projects does give you 10 USD in Wizard from us at Wizardia, and a whole new uncommon NFT hero from Nomad Exile. And to cap it all off, you will enter the raffle to win one of 7 rare wizards valued at $77 each, and one of 3 Nomad Exile mystery boxes valued at $200 each, which look like this one here, which is quite cool, very similar to the ones we ran a few weeks ago over at Wizardia. So thank you everyone for coming. It was epic to see you here. Get involved in that promotion. Happy Halloween. Any final messages from our fearless leaders, Mind or Alex?
Thank you for being here, Alex, and happy to have this collab with you. And I wish you luck on the future and on your development. And I also look forward to playing and trying your game, because I haven't done that yet. That would be fun. And I invite you to try out Wizardia, and maybe we can battle each other in one of each other's games, maybe on stream even sometime.
From my side, also having me here. Very nice to chat with you every time. Wish you the very, very best with development, of course, the fast ones and bugs. Yes, for also just keep updated to our socials, because we do actions to promote games for the big events, like from our side is the next. So nowadays, today is the best way to get with a big discount, and of course, looking forward to battle you. Of course, offer you to battle in Nomad when we are updated. See you soon, guys.
There we go, guys.
Nice.
Make sure to get in the description. All the links are there. All the socials for Wizardia and Nomad Exiles are there. Discount links, everything you need. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.